Please don't hate me, please don't hate me, please don't hate me. But I'm gonna put it in. It is so good, so soft, so chewy, perfect texture, perfect brown sugar flavor, so rich and creamy. Ugh, I can't help myself, I just get so excited. Hi everyone, in today's video we are getting a little controversial because we are ranking boba chains on a tier list. I'm also really excited because today's video is sponsored by Grammarly, but more on that later. So for this video, I went through literally all the boba chains that I could think of, and the ones that I'm gonna rank today are ones that are like an international chain, so they might have some stores in the US and some stores in Taiwan or Canada or Japan or other parts of the world. And there are a few in here that aren't necessarily international chains, but they do have locations across the US, so I thought it'd be nice to include them. And before we start ranking these, I just want to take a moment to give some disclaimers. As you guys know, I am very, very picky and critical when it comes to boba, and that's because I want to give you guys my most authentic and honest opinion. And I'm also going to be basing my rankings off of my own experiences. So since these are boba franchises, oftentimes the stores are not the same. For example, the Kung Fu Tea here in the Bay Area might be different from the Kung Fu Teas on the East Coast. So I just wanted to make it clear that these rankings are based on my experiences and my experiences only. If you had different experiences at those boba franchises, then those are completely valid as well. So I just wanted to say that because in this video, our rankings might not align, you know, and that's totally okay. All right, now let's break some hearts. I'm just kidding, let's get in the video. All right, so here I have my laptop and I also have boba because we're doing a boba ranking video. Of course we have to drink boba. So I have 5 tiers. The first tier is called the key to happiness. And that just basically means that these boba places will solve all my life problems. It will clear my skin. It will help me get 8 hours of sleep every night. Basically just like it says, the key to happiness. So moving on to the second tier, this one is called meimei approved. This means that I'll recommend it to people. I'll frequent these places decently often. Overall just meimei approved, but not the key to happiness just quite yet. The third tier is like the middle tier. It's just decent, you know, like it's not bad, it's not amazing, it's not great, but it's decent. The fourth tier is only if I'm desperate. So this one is basically if there's no other boba places in the vicinity of like 100-mile radius and I'm really desperate, then okay. And then the very last tier is called Give to Bird, who is my boyfriend. So this basically means that I will not drink it. And he is literally so not picky. He will eat anything, even if it doesn't taste good. Which I cannot relate to whatsoever. So this one is basically just like, I am not gonna drink it, it's so bad, give to Bird. So I have all the boba chains here at the bottom. The first one I'm gonna do is Tastea because I actually am drinking Tastea right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and give Tastea a... I feel like I want to put it in meimei approved because it's not quite the key to happiness, but I do have to say that I do go to Tastea quite often because it's really, really convenient. They have like this app and I just order it before I leave the house and then I get there and my drink is ready. I just pick it up. It's super easy and their drinks are pretty good for the most part. So I'd say I would normally put it in meimei approved, but I think since I go there so often, I'd have to put it in the key to happiness just for that one reason. Also, if you're wondering, this is the peach me sweet tea with crystal boba, and I definitely recommend getting it like less sweet because if you get full sweet, it's really, really sweet and it's just really refreshing. So I like getting this one. Okay, next is Chatime. Based on my last trying boba chains video, I did have a pretty good experience at Chatime actually. Like the tea was strong and the milk tea was decently creamy and the boba texture was pretty good. So I think I would give it a meimei approved. Let's put in meimei approved. To be fair, I've only been to Chatime maybe 3 times in my life, so I don't have that many experiences to base this off of, but for now, we'll put it in meimei approved. Next up is Coco. I feel like this one is gonna upset some people. I personally have not really found a drink that I like too much at Coco. I think out of all the drinks I've ever tried there, I only liked their passion fruit green tea or something like that. But even though there was that one drink that I thought was decent, it's still not enough to get me to go back there over my other places. So I feel like, I think it's bordering between decent and only if I'm desperate, but more on the only if I'm desperate side. I don't know. For now, we'll put it in only if I'm desperate, but I might move it to decent. We'll see. So before we continue with the boba rankings, I just want to take a quick minute to thank today's video sponsor, Grammarly. Grammarly is a digital writing assistant to help you save time and work more efficiently. The Grammarly browser extension only takes a few clicks to install and is super easy to integrate into your daily life. As someone who spends a lot of time writing emails, captions for posts, scripts for videos, I love that the free version checks for my grammar, spelling, and punctuation mistakes. But there's more. Grammarly Premium offers clarity suggestions, vocabulary suggestions, and a tone detector, which are all super helpful to make me sound smarter. No, more sophisticated, so I can communicate online better. So if you need help writing emails, captions, scripts, essays, really anything, then you are in luck. Go to grammarly.com/feedmeimei to sign up for a free account and get 20% off Grammarly Premium today to help you save time and work more efficiently. Now let's get back into the rankings. All right, so next up is Ding Tea. Now I've only been to Ding Tea like twice before, and one of the times was literally in my last trying boba chains video. And the other time before that, I just went on a random weekend and I wasn't super impressed with it. I'd say it would also be hovering between only if I'm desperate and decent. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and put it in decent. I do need to try more of their drinks, but I'm not super compelled to go back. So that's why it's bordering decent and only if I'm desperate, but we'll put it in decent to be nice. All right, Fang Cha, that is definitely one of my favorite boba places in the Bay Area, but I don't know how it is at their other locations. Like I know they have one in OC now, and I know they have them in like New York and stuff. I don't know how those compare because I've never tried those, but the one I go to in the Bay Area is really good. I love their dirty boba drink. So I'm gonna put that in key to happiness because there was definitely a period of time where I would go there, I wanna say like once a week at least. All right, so next up is Gong Cha. And some of you guys might know that I used to be obsessed with Gong Cha like 7 years ago. Now I think it's okay. It's definitely not my go-to place, but I've been going back more recently for a few of the videos that I've posted, like trying my subscribers' favorite boba drinks, etc, etc. And those drinks have been pretty decent, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a decent. I'll put it in decent. But back in the day, I used to be obsessed with their milk foam green tea with pudding. It was so good for some reason to me. I just loved it and I went like every single day. Next up is Happy Lemon. So I also went through a Happy Lemon phase, mostly because of Bird. He was like obsessed, so we used to go all the time. I'd say recently in the past year, I've probably been there like 2 or 3 times, and I think it's still pretty good. So I would put it in meimei approved. I like their salted cheese drinks, and also like the mango matcha is really good too. All right, next up is IT. I recently had a good experience in the last video. I feel like I'm referencing that video so much, but it's the trying boba chains video. I really love their popcorn chicken, but also the drink I got there was really good that time. It was like the brown sugar boba drink, but every time before that, I thought it was okay, and I've been to IT like a decent amount of times. So I would put it in decent. I'd say it's bordering decent and meimei approved, but more on the decent side. So we'll put it in decent. All right, next is It's Boba Time. I've been there only twice. One of them was for the last video that I keep referencing, and I'd say that it's not really my favorite. I'd say it's bordering decent and only if I'm desperate, but the boba that I got the last time I was there was really hard and I really didn't like the texture. It was like chewing on rubber. So I think based on that, I'm gonna have to put it in only if I'm desperate. Sorry guys. But hopefully in the future I can try more of their drinks. I don't know if the boba I got last time was just a bad batch or what, but yeah, it was not good. All right, Kung Fu Tea. I've tried it a decent amount of times on my channel. I think I've put it in like 3 different videos, and in those videos a lot of the times I would be trying like 3 different drinks. And I don't even think there was one that really stood out, or in general I just don't think I enjoyed any of them that much. Maybe the Oreo Wow one was the best one I tried, but even then that wasn't enough for me to, you know, put a meimei approved stamp on it or anything. So I feel like Kung Fu Tea would do only if I'm desperate as well. Yeah. Okay, we committed. Okay, quickly. I think I have to give to Bird. You know, it's funny because Bird likes quickly, so he would gladly accept it. Based on my last visit, to quickly, which was in my last video. It was really not good, but I've tried the quicklies in San Francisco before, and those are definitely better than the one I visited in Milpitas for the last video. So I feel like it just varies, and I feel like based on the SF ones, I would probably put it in Only If I'm Desperate, but the last one that I tried in Milpitas was so not good that I would put it in Give to Bird. And I feel like that's totally fine because Bird actually likes quickly, so I don't feel bad putting it there. All right, next up is Sharetea, which is another place that I went through a phase with. When I was in Davis, they opened one there right across from campus, and me and Bird used to go there literally all the time, like after class. It was so bad. But since then, which was like probably 6 years ago, I haven't really been super into Sharetea. Even when I tried it in the videos recently, I just wasn't really a huge fan. So I'd say I'd put Sharetea at like, it's bordering decent and Only If I'm Desperate. I'm finding that to be a common theme in this video where I need to decide which one of these I'm gonna put it in. Honestly, I feel like I put it in Only If I'm Desperate. Oh my god, don't hate me. All right, next up is T4, and I also went through a T4 phase. I went through too many boba phases, but my T4 phase was actually kind of short. But in the past year, I've probably been to T4 like maybe 3-4 times. T4 times. I think generally the drinks I've tried there recently are pretty decent. So I feel like I'd put them on decent. I'm happy with that. We'll put them at decent. All right, next up we have Tapioca Express. This one is seriously my childhood. This one, there's just so many memories attached to it. So much nostalgia for me. Like I said in my last video, my mom used to take me here after piano lesson if I did really well in my lesson. And that was literally throughout my whole childhood, like starting from when I was 6 or 7 all the way until, I don't know, until Tapioca Express closed. So I feel like I would put it in Only If I'm Desperate or Give to Bird, just because the drinks aren't that great, but I have nostalgia. So is the nostalgia enough to bring it to Only If I'm Desperate over Give to Bird? No, it's not. It's not enough. I'm putting in Give to Bird. All right, next up is T-Top, and I've only been to T-Top maybe 3 times in my whole life, but I feel like it's pretty decent. I remember the last time I went there was for a video. I feel like it was Trying Every Boba in South Bay, either part 1 or part 2. And I remember the drink that I got, I liked the tea, but it had too many toppings, but that can easily be fixed. Like, I'll just order less toppings next time. So I feel like I put it at decent or meimei approved, or decent or meimei approved, or decent or meimei approved. I think I'll put it at decent. I don't think it's quite meimei approved yet, just because I've only been there like 3 times, but it has potential to be meimei approved. All right, next up is Tenren, and Tenren I would say is either decent or meimei approved as well. This one's hard because it's like, I think some things I like about Tenren are that it's only 25 cents extra for boba, which is already a huge plus in my book, because most places charge at least 50 cents. A lot of places are charging like 75 cents now, but Tenren is still sticking with their 25 cents for boba, so I like that. And I also like that their tea flavor is strong. I wouldn't say that their milk tea is super creamy, which I prefer it to be creamy, but they do deliver on the strong tea flavor. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. I feel like I'll be nice and give it a meimei approved. I'll put it in meimei approved, but it's really bordering meimei approved and decent. All right, next up is The Alley. I've only been to The Alley probably 3 times in my life. The first time I had it was in Toronto. The second time I had it was in New York, and the third time I had it was in Sydney. And I do remember liking it probably 2 out of the 3 times I went. So I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I'd put it in decent or meimei approved. I'll put it in meimei approved, I think, because I remember I liked their boba and the brown sugariness of the boba. I think meimei approved is okay. But I've only ever tried that one drink there, which is like their most popular drink, which is brown sugar boba. This one is like a just barely meimei approved. Okay, next up is Tiger Sugar. And I feel like this one is also gonna be kind of controversial because people love Tiger Sugar and I just can't say the same. I think it's okay. I'll put it in decent. I'll put it in decent. Which is actually kind of sad that I'm putting it in the same category as like Gong Cha, but I just don't think it's meimei approved. I feel like people are gonna be so mad at me that I put Tiger Sugar in decent, but I personally just don't think it's that good. It's not bad, it's decent. It's literally decent, but it's not meimei approved. Like, I wouldn't recommend it to someone because I think there's better brown sugar boba places out there. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad, but this is also based on my experiences at Tiger Sugar. To be fair, I have never tried Tiger Sugar in Asia. I've tried it in Toronto, in New York, and in Cupertino. So I haven't had the Asia ones, so I wonder if those are better. But the ones I've tried in North America, I think are just okay, just decent. I also think the reason why I put it in decent is because Tiger Sugar is something that's super, super hyped up. Like, people love it and they are like, this is the best drink you will ever try in your life. And it just was not. So sorry. Yeah, I just didn't think it was worth the hype. So that's why I was like kind of disappointed whenever I tried Tiger Sugar, so that's why it's indecent. Please don't hate me. All right, next up is a good one, TPT. I love TPT. That one is going straight to the key to happiness. I love TPT. Their milk teas are so good. Strong tea flavor, it's creamy, and those two balance out really well. Like, it's not overly creamy. It's just the perfect balance between creamy and tea flavor. So I like that. And it just tastes so much like Taiwan, because I've said this in a few of my other videos, but TPT is under the same people as Tang, which is the OG boba spot in Taiwan that invented boba in 1987, I think. So yeah, that one is definitely key to happiness, gives me 8 hours of sleep at night, cures all my life problems, you know, it belongs there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're on the last two. This one is Xing Fu Tang. That one is going straight to the key to happiness. I love Xing Fu Tang. I love the one in Ximending in Taiwan. That was the first place I ever tried Xing Fu Tang. And ever since then, I kept going back because it was so good. And I've even tried the Xing Fu Tang in New York, and that one was also really good. Not quite as good as Taiwan, but still really good. I just feel like Xing Fu Tang does brown sugar boba the best. It's better than the Alley, it's better than Tiger Sugar. The only place I would say that is equally as good or better than Xing Fu Tang is Chen Sanding in Taiwan, but that closed. So Xing Fu Tang is the new queen in my eyes because I can't get Chen Sanding. But yeah, if you guys ever get the chance to try Xing Fu Tang, definitely try it. It is so good. The brown sugar boba is chef's kiss, so soft, so chewy, perfect texture, perfect brown sugar flavor, so rich and creamy. Ugh, I can't help myself, I just get so excited. Okay, moving on to the last boba shop, we have Fang, which is also from Taiwan. I would say Fang, I would put it at probably meimei approved, because it is a place that I would recommend. I do like their brown sugar boba latte. I feel like you can tell they use really quality ingredients. So yeah, I'm happy with them being in meimei approved. All right, so that's it for today's boba ranking video. Let me know in the comments below what your guys' opinions are and stuff. I would love to read them. And I tried to include all the boba franchises that I could think of, but let me know if I missed any. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload. Give this video a thumbs up. And here is today's comment shout out. Thank you so much for your support. And if you want to be in the next video's comment shout out, make sure you comment something down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! And I just wanted to say, I just wanted to take a quick, I just wanted to take a quick moment to, before we start ranking these,